anime.
Do it!
If you've been made fun of for it, we're probably going to talk about it.
What are you waiting for?
This is NerdRadio.
All right, that's enough of that. Welcome to Nerd Radio, everybody. Of course my phone went off.
Oh, my God. What a mess.
We are not supposed to record this episode today.
Today
No.
is
Something
not
weird is going to
working
happen
out.
if we actually record this episode. It's going to be the apocalypse.
Cool. So, Chuck, James, myself, we're here.
Yes.
I played a video game. We watched some TV movies. Star Wars is coming out this Friday. Good night. That's it. That's the podcast for the week.
And good night.
That's it.
I got plenty of stuff, too.
Happy holiday. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Happy
yeah.
Hanukkah.
Yep.
But no,
Happy
apparently
Kwanzaa.
we're not going to be here.
I just don't think. Well, we have established that you have to start the SD card, and then I remember to pause and restart.
Oh, so you're pawning it off?
Yes,
on
I
me,
am.
are
This
ya?
is the second time I'm pawning off all the blame on you.
Well, then.
Yeah. Some infighting for Nerd Radio.
I guess, yeah. We're gonna go into the holidays fighting just like relatives. It's gonna be a
It's
lot
pretty
of fun.
much.
A lot
Well,
of
you and
fun.
I have done this together for a long time,
A
so
long
you know
time.
it's.
I haven't really mentioned it, but we're in our sixth season of Nerd Radio.
Wow.
It's
When did your season start and end?
October. We
Okay.
started around the beginning of October, around about 6 years ago.
Well, see, you got to hyped up the season premiere.
I could have.
Don't miss the season premiere of Nerd Radio.
Yes.
That would have been extra work to make sure it was extra good, and I'm not.
You don't have to be that great. You know,
doing
there's
that.
plenty of shows that are just mediocre and they really hype up their premieres.
Yeah, the season premiere. So so I mean, we blew past the season premiere like 3 months ago, but
So we might as well celebrate now. In
Yeah.
true Nerd Radio fashion,
Hey.
celebrate when it means nothing.
Yes.
I like it. I think that's perfect for us, actually. So, and we're not taking a mid-season break; it's just a partial season break because we're only a couple months into it.
yeah. So if you're not familiar, next we record these on Wednesday. Next Wednesday is Christmas Day. The Wednesday after that will be New Year's Day. So there will not be a Twitch stream for either of those days. We are working on a podcast episode for the Christmas season, and then if you're one of our Rift 2 listeners, there will be a episode on New Year's Day. But
And Al is working on getting his Camboy site set up. So
Yes.
yeah. So
Yes.
that
there
won't
we
be the
go.
Christmas star you see in the sky. That'll be Al's
Right.
bunghole.
Yeah, that's right.
The big brown stuff.
Right for. That's how I'm opening the act.
Yep.
I mean, where do you go from there?
I'm having a hard time recollecting myself for that.
Well, you go where the audience takes you, Al. Wherever the tips lead you, that's the direction
Yeah,
you
just
go.
the tips.
Yep, just the tip. You hear those coin jars jingling or
Calm
whatever
down
sound
over there,
effect,
Archer.
You know?
Last Thursday
Uh,
was the Video Game Awards. So that's when the video game industry likes to celebrate not only some of the biggest games of that particular year, but what we can look forward to in 2020.
See, I'm amazed that there is even a video game awards because
Yeah.
I have heard nothing about it other than I saw like the Checkpoint XP guys like tweeting about some of the stuff that was happening.
Yep.
They need to reach out a little bit more and let people know that they exist.
They're on TV.
There's awards. What channel?
I don't remember. They used to be on Spike TV, and Spike TV is not a thing anymore.
Yeah,
so I don't know what
What
channel
home
they
are they
put it
on now? You know, USA Network? I don't think so because I watched that a lot. It wasn't on during my NCS. Oh my
NCSI.
God, I can't talk. I think I was having like a
Having a little seizure there?
seizure or
you
something.
got stuck in a time loop.
Oh my God, I was like an NCI, and then that was really bizarre.
Yeah.
James is broken.
Having
Yeah.
a small aneurysm over there.
It wasn't
Yeah.
on during my NCIS time. Or JAG, you know, I didn't interrupt
Yeah.
any of that my regularly scheduled programming on the USA Network.
I mean, James is bound to break eventually, but
It's true.
Dave's gonna be real upset if it's on this podcast.
Yeah, right. He's really hoping he wants those numbers specifically for David Chuck the Freak.
if I break down, they definitely wanted to happen live on the air.
Yes.
On their show.
Yes.
So they get that Peep Show gold mine instead
Yeah.
of the Twitch, the Checkpoint XP Twitch channel.
Yeah.
Right. All right, so let's go over some of the big winners at the Video Game Awards because I want to see if you have the same reaction to it that I did. So we'll start right at the top. The Game of the Year, they had nominees for Resident Evil 2, Super Smash Brothers, The Outer Worlds, Death Stranding, Control, and the winner was a game called Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice.
Never heard of it.
Okay, moving on.
I've only heard of 2 of those games you just listed off there.
Fair enough.
Never played any of them.
Action Game of the Year.
Let's talk more about this winning game. I'm interested now.
Okay.
It won Game of the Year. So there's obviously got to be some sort of a appeal behind it, but
Right.
I've just never heard of it. What's it called? Samurai Shadows 17?
Sekiro Shadows Die Twice.
Shadows Die Twice. Okay.
For what I can gather, it looks like Dark Souls with samurais.
Samurais with Dark Souls. That sounds like the.
Are you familiar with the Dark Souls game?
Those are those really impossible, hard to beat games. Yeah.
Super hard to beat games. Like
but, Samurais with Dark Souls. It sounds like what's the name of the movie from Home Alone where he's like, the bad guy. It's got something. It's Angels with Filthy Souls or
yeah.
something.
Angel and Dirty Souls.
Yeah, like that's weird. That's why I won because it sounds like the Home Alone movie.
I don't know if that's true. It probably.
I always wanted that
because-
to be an actual movie, by the way. Which it,
Yeah, me too.
It's
They
not.
made that up just for the movie.
Yeah.
Just for Home Alone. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all those clips are just made up for that little segment. But
Yep, Nate Bender in the chat says it's Ninja Dark Souls and will kick you in the balls repeatedly.
Oh, perfect.
Which would
just
be-
what I'm looking for when I'm playing a video game. I want to kick right square in the nuts
Yeah.
as hard as you possibly can.
Not interested.
I wanted the field goal kicker from the Lions to come and just blast my nuts into oblivion.
As we've established with Final Fantasy 15, I like a game that doesn't actively hate me.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't know about
So
anything.
this game of the year, what was the credential? Like, what are they basing this on? Like votes? Like, is it a popularity contest? Like, what is?
I think so, kind of. Yeah, probably has something to do with some of the ratings that go in with it. But also, there's probably some voting, just like the Emmys or the Oscars or anything like that.
So the categories like on these video game awards. Pardon my ignorance, but I'm amazed that there's a video game award ceremony. I'm happy about that. I
I'm
think
so
that's cool.
excited that there's something that's happening that James doesn't know about that I do.
Yeah.
Like typically, I'm the one that's late to the party on like whatever the games are or something like that. That's why when I look at a game like Sekiro and I'm like, I don't know what that is. It's because everything I play is from like 2016 to
Well, yeah,
2012.
your backlist of video games is a mile high.
Right.
So you're still playing games that came out in like 2013.
Right.
But so they have like best graphics. Like, what are some of the
They do.
categories that they have
All
going
right.
on in these awards?
So you've got stuff like best action game, best art direction, best audio design, community support, that kind of thing.
Okay.
You've also got some esports awards like best esports coach, esports event. I don't know enough about esports to know how much a coach influences.
Yeah, me neither.
esports
So
players.
like, what
Is it
makes you an esports coach?
Is it a dude
Like
that's
you just the
that's
strategy behind the
yelling
game?
at you?
Yeah.
That's I'm picturing like a football coach. It's like, come on!
Like it's got to be somebody who knows the strategy behind the game but can't click or hit the thumbsticks quick enough to where you can make those actions take place. Because I feel like if I was the coach, I'm just put myself in. I'm going to be the best at the game. If I'm the one that's coaching you guys how to play,
Right.
I'm going to put myself in every single time.
Maybe you're onto something. Maybe the coach is somebody who carpal tunnel has taken over, and they
Oh my
used
God!
to be
Yes,
good,
yeah.
But now they understand what you need to do in order to be good.
Yeah.
So they are literally they got a headset. They're back here. They're like, hit it,
Yeah.
hit it.
Like, I'm trying. Sorry, I hit X instead of A.
Yeah.
I keep hitting X instead of A.
Spacebar!
Oh, I'm supposed to right click.
Yeah.
Right click to cast the spell.
I tell
Right.
you, it could have been me, but that goddamn Dreamcast controller crippled me.
You're a bum, Rocky. You're a bum.
You're a bum. They was handpicked, Rock.
I wasted all my time on the Panasonic 3DO when I should have been an Xbox man.
Oh, the 3DO takes another effect. It murdered me.
So let me quickly go through some of the winners.
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry, I didn't mean to derail us, but
No
I'm
worries.
interested in these video game awards. I want to know more.
Action game of the year was Devil May Cry 5. Action adventure game was Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. Art direction was Control, which is a game on the PC. Audio design, Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Best community support was for Destiny 2. These are a bunch of esports things, so I'm not going to go over those because we're not an esports show. But there is an esports show on the Checkpoint XP stream, so definitely tune in on that.
Right there on their own stream.
Yep. Family game of the year, Luigi's Mansion 3.
Do you even have a family game category? What other games are up for votes with that?
For family game,
Yeah.
let's see. Mostly stuff on the Switch. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Yoshi's Crafted World, Ring Fit Adventure, and Super Mario Maker 2.
Ring Fit Adventure. So that has to do with exercise?
There is an exercise game
Okay.
that comes with like a hula hoop thing. That
Really? Switch has a hula hoop? A virtual hula hoop?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm going to be a virtual hula boy. I'll be doing hula hoop tricks on Twitch for
I was going to say, coming soon to James's Twitch stream.
Right.
Hey, watch me hula.
Until he somehow gets banned for it.
Well, because I'm going to do
Because
it in
he's
a
gonna
man
be in a
thong.
thong.
Yeah.
That's easy enough to
it's,
guess.
Tape up your nipples again.
So,
You'll be
yeah,
fine.
I'll tape my nipples up, but I can't control, my man meat from flopping around. You start throwing that bad boy around, and people get hurt.
Oh.
And people get banned from Twitch.
Yep.
People get hurt.
People get hurt. never been hurt watching a Twitch stream, but I feel like if I was gonna be, it would be during James's Twitch stream.
I should put a warning.
Yep.
Put a warning. You may get hurt watching this Twitch stream.
Yeah.
You start hooping.
Game direction of the year was Death Stranding. That's not surprising. It's a Hideo Kojima game. We all love Hideo Kojima. Mobile game of the year, Call of Duty Mobile.
Dude, the Call of Duty mobile game is no joke. I actually enjoy playing the Call of Duty mobile game. I actually got Jason the phone screener involved with it. Actually, no, I got him into PUBG, but I was trying to sell him on it. Yeah. But I was really impressed with the Call of Duty mobile game. Like for it being a phone app.
Right.
It's incredibly responsive. The controls are easy to pick up. I don't know how many bots there are, but I'm legitimately getting pretty good kills. The complaint that I would have about that is there's so much weird stuff that I don't understand what's going on. Different crates.
Yeah.
You can buy like a battle pass, and I don't really understand what all this stuff unlocks. It makes me feel like an old man. I'm like, I don't know. I feel like if I click the wrong thing, I'm going to be part of a Call of Duty scam. So I'm like worried about like how some hacker in some other country is going to end up taking all my like Call of Duty credits or something, you know? But for it being a mobile game, I thought it was really cool.
I would really try it, but if I put this thing on my phone, I would get about 6 minutes of game time and my battery would die.
Just out.
I need a new phone.
Yeah. Multiplayer game of the year was Apex Legends.
Okay, not bad.
That was going
I mean,
up.
Realm Royale should have won that one, but it's not multiplayer, I guess. It's a Battle Royale style, sorry.
That was going up against Borderlands 3, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Tom Clancy's The Division 2, and Tetris 99. So that gives you any indication. Ongoing game of the year, Fortnite. Going up against Apex Legends and Destiny 2 and Final Fantasy 14 and that kind of thing.
Realm Royale, you got to get in this video game awards, Realm Royale.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Come on, Realm Royale, come on.
Nominated for
high
this
res.
stuff.
Get it together, man. You got a great game. You just got to get people to know about it.
Let's see. What else do we got? Good stuff here. Performance of the year was Mads Mikkelsen for Death Stranding, which I feel like
performance of the year.
Probably like for voice acting and motion capture and that kind of thing. Which I feel like
they're stretching a little bit for
if
awards
you
here.
If you got Mads Mikkelsen,
to
then you probably give him the award. No matter who else, has been working.
So
I'm
assuming this is a big name guy because you keep said his name so many times, and I'm like, I don't know who that is.
He was in Hannibal. He was Hannibal Lecter in the Hannibal TV show.
Oh, he's a famous actor.
He is.
I'm okay. Well, I apologize because
worries.
He keeps saying this guy's name. I'm like, is this some sort of?
I'm supposed to know who this is.
Like a pop culture video game phenomenon program guy that I'm supposed to know about, like Elon Musk or something. Like I don't know who this guy is. Did he invent a electric car?
The VR game of the year was Beat Saber.
That's a fun game too.
So
I really enjoyed playing that when we had some VR guys in the building.
I had as I was going over it, like especially with Sekiro, I was like, I don't know any of these games. I feel like it's like when you go to the Oscars and like all the movies you really enjoyed that year aren't up for any Oscars.
Well, yeah, because they're all on a much lower level, like lowbrow level. Any movie that I would go see was never going to be a Oscar eligible.
Right.
There's too many farts that are included in the movies that I enjoy to where the Oscar board's gonna be like, get this crap out of here.
You want the special fart effects?
Yeah. Now there's a category to give an Oscar to. Special of the best fart effects in a movie.
Maybe we can work on you can give special fart effects at the end of the year.
Yeah, we should. We should do something. We should create our own
NerdRadio
Awards.
Right.
You know.
You can special fart effects can be your specific category.
Yeah, and I'll be the judge of that. You know.
Well, the other part it's kind of a two-part thing because one part is seeing what games win Game of the Year and all that stuff for the Game Awards, but the other thing is this is their last opportunity in 2019 to show us stuff that we can look forward to in the next year or in a couple of years to come.
Yeah, because I think I saw a lot of stuff. I don't know if this is what you're about to get to. A lot of stuff about the new Xbox.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the next Xbox comes out next Christmas, next holiday season. It's the Xbox Series 1.
Next Christmas, I gave you my paycheck.
Yeah.
The very next day.
It's this big kind of just like
looks like a
rectangle.
PC tower almost.
Yeah, it absolutely looks like a PC tower.
Like a crazy subwoofer speaker from Bose or something.
Yep, it's supposed to have a new controller that looks essentially like the old controller, but it's also supposed to you can use Xbox One controllers on it. And the thing that caught my eye is it's supposed to be backwards compatible with every iteration of Xbox.
I do like that. That's cool.
Yeah. So if anything, like I guess the Xbox One currently plays some old Xbox games and some
a
Xbox
few that they
360
decided to I don't know if they got to reprogram or whatever. There's some that they put available that you can play, but I think if you were to play it, you'd have to put the disc in, and then like your Xbox One would download it, and then it'd be able to work, but only certain games.
But
I love backwards compatibility.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. It's also supposed to kind of pretty up the games a little bit, which I remember the PlayStation.
Shine them.
Yeah, I remember the PlayStation 2 used to do that. If you put a PlayStation 1 game in, you could turn on a graphics filter that would kind of gloss over some of the the pixels.
Very cool.
Which was very cool looking. So interesting to see how that's going to turn out.
But I feel like when like a video game company decides to make their system and their games and controllers and all this stuff backward compatible, I feel like they genuinely care about the consumer. They're not just all in it for the money.
Yeah,
because I've unloaded thousands of dollars.
They're not going
to
they're not going to make more money on making Xbox One games compatible with this thing.
Correct.
Like they're not still making Xbox One games.
Yes, correct.
Right. And PlayStation had that partial backwards compatibility with the 3.
Right.
But they stopped doing the 4 is not compatible at all.
Right.
Because they want to repackage it and sell it digitally.
Mm-hmm. Also, they showed off the next PlayStation 5, the first PlayStation 5 game. It's called Godfall. Looks like a third-person, almost Borderlands. It's made by Gearbox. Third-person fantasy-based Borderlands game.
Is that who makes Borderlands? Is
Yes.
Gearbox? Okay, I'm gonna say that makes sense that they have that similar style.
Right, for sure. One of the other things they showed another trailer for the Final Fantasy VII remake. Which looks just as pretty as it did last time we got to see stuff. But we're about 3 months away from it, so that's going to be pretty cool.
That's crazy.
They talked up Gears Tactics. It's a Gears of War game that's tactics based instead of the third person action. And there's a Fast and Furious game coming out.
Yeah.
And it's not a racing game. It's supposed to be
John Cena going to be in it?
That's a good question.
Because he's going to be in the next movie. I would probably play a Fast and Furious game if I could play John Cena.
Do you get John Cena and Jason Statham as downloadable content or something like this for this game?
Yeah, take my money. I'll pay for that.
Absolutely. So yeah, that's some of the stuff we saw last Thursday for the Video Game Awards. And there was a couple more things I wanted to get to because some games released stuff, or some companies released stuff around the Video Game Awards, which was kind of fun. One of them, I've talked multiple times about Magic the Gathering Arena. In order to promote their next set that comes out in January, over the weekend, starting on Thursday, they had a version of the game you could play where you picked out of 2 decks that were supposed to be the 2 major characters for this game. And they had, the decks were pre-made. They had specific, very powerful cards in them. Among them, the Power 9 of the old days, and a bunch of dual lands as well. So like the Mox Ruby and the Mox Sapphire and the Black Lotus.
I'm going to be 100% honest with you. All these things sound very cool, but I have no clue what the hell.
Context.
You were just speaking Japanese. You were saying the coolest words I've ever heard in my entire life, but in a completely different language foreign to me.
Right. Well, I realized you played a little bit of Magic the Gathering, so I figured like the naming the Moxes of the Black Lotus might, I remember.
Oh yeah, Black Lotus is that really rare card that went for a ton of cash, right?
Yep.
And here's what else I remember. Swamp. You'd have to tap the swamp for mana.
Yep.
And that's about it. Like, I think you get 10 hit points. 10 hit points as a wizard.
Right. They also, I had tweeted, hey.
Stop.
He gave me the sign, so I'm not supposed to act like I know who's in here.
Okay. Oh, we have a guest?
I'm sorry. I was going to just come in the background and not be noticed, but I opened the door and you immediately.
I'm looking right at it. How's it going? This is Steve Black from The Sound Of.
All's good. I came in with a challenge, actually.
Uh-oh.
I didn't mean to do it on air, but may I?
What's going on? What do you got for us?
We're in the process. As you know, The Sound Of likes to do game show type things.
Sure. This didn't go well the last time.
No, not at all. There's a lot of hurt feelings and anger.
I assume this one wouldn't go well either, but I still...
How could it on this show?
The Sound Of would like to challenge NerdRadio, 3 hosts against 3 hosts in Family Feud.
Family Feud.
Would you guys be into it?
If we can make the schedules work, absolutely.
Yeah.
We'll kick your ass.
So.
3 of you, 3 of us.
Right.
Jade will host.
Where are we getting the answers from? Like where are we surveying the crowd to get all these answers?
We're going to survey 100 Riff listeners through email and social media.
Wow. Okay. These answers are going to
We asked 100 listeners, who was your favorite Avenger? The top 7 answers are on the board.
I like it. Jay Moore on Twitch says, what are the stakes? We'll have to figure that out for sure.
I like steaks and French fried potatoes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, steaks are good.
Marx Brothers joke.
All right. So the winner gets a steak dinner.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Yeah. All right. Well, one more thing talking about the Game Awards I wanted to mention is about a week or 2 ago, I had put up on Twitter, I tweeted Nintendo and said that I miss the days when I would get a new Nintendo game every month for the Switch or something like that. And on Thursday, I got 4 new games for the Super NES app and 2 new games for the NES app.
Hey.
Wow.
Christmas came early, guys.
I need Chuck to start tweeting at some like lotteries for me.
It's a Christmas
about how
miracle.
cool it would be if I won a bunch of cash. Maybe they'll send me 4 winning tickets or
Right.
something.
You know, speaking of the Twitch, I am shocked you don't have one yet, James.
A Twitch?
Or not
the
a Switch.
Oh, Switch. Yeah, no, I'm in the market. Actually, I just put an offer into Dave's kid to purchase his because he's not playing it.
He wants to get a new one.
Yeah. Dave revealed on the show that they've had it. He's only played it a few times. I was like, well, that might be a
That might be something I'm
quick way
looking forward
for
to,
somebody to make some cash and
Right.
also me to get a cheap Switch.
Yeah, well, let me
Or
know
not
if you
cheap.
get it because I
Nice.
still got a couple of spots on my Nintendo Online that aren't filled. Because you can pay
Ooh.
$20 for one, or you can pay $30 for like 7.
Really?
Yeah,
And what do you get what are the benefits of your Nintendo Online? Is that where
that's
you get
what
those free games?
That's when you can play games online.
Oh, okay.
And that's when you also get the app for the NES and the app for the Super Nintendo.
Very cool.
But yeah, they added Kirby Superstar Saga, Breath of Fire 2, which I'm super excited about. That was my sister's favorite non-Final Fantasy role-playing game on the Super Nintendo.
Which one was that?
Breath of Fire 2 was made by
never played that
Capcom.
one.
They added Super Punch-Out. And
Yeah, no, there's a game. No, there's a game I can sit down and play repeatedly for a while until I
Right.
get to like usually Super Macho Man or somebody like that, and then I just get pounded
Yeah.
to death.
And it got Star Fox 2, which was released on that little tiny Super Nintendo a couple years ago because it never actually got released.
I didn't realize it was a Star Fox too.
Yeah, no, they developed one and they never released it. And then when they came out with that little mini Super Nintendo, they're like, hey, you know what? Here's a game that we forgot to release.
Does it have the do a barrel roll glitch? Is that a glitch or something in there where they get the frog keeps saying do a barrel
Do
roll?
a barrel roll.
Do a barrel roll.
You can do a barrel roll. I don't know if there's a glitch in there, though.
Al, can you do a barrel roll?
Do a barrel roll,
Can't
Al.
imagine. Would pull something, I know that.
Right. So yeah, if you're a Switch player and you've been looking forward to NES and Super Nintendo games, you got me to thank. We got some new games to play.
Thanks, Chuck.
There you go. We're gonna take a break. We're coming back with more Nerd Radio. Stick with us, won't you?